Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Thursday, September 10th. And you can see quite a bit cooler out there this morning. Temperatures in the low to mid 50s across the area. And we're in the beginning of a fairly cool pattern that lasts through the weekend. We'll moderate to near normal by early next week. But by the middle of next week, we'll be warmer than normal as we push temperatures again closer to 80 degrees. But until then, we got some pretty chilly weather out there. We may see lows in the 40s, maybe even in the upper 30s across some of the normally colder interior sections of north central lower Michigan. We'll look at that in just a second. And you can see this is taken from yesterday at Houghton in the UP of the Northern Lights. Very fantastic picture taken, and there's many pictures like that out there from the Northern Lights. If we look at the animated forecast map here over the next 36 hours, you can see that secondary cold front. That's going to bring a big change to our weather pattern with a polar high coming in from the Canadian sections down into the middle of the U.S. The coldest air is going to dig right in across Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana. That's where that trough will set up. And as this front comes through, you can see chances of showers, and then where it's outlined in red, even a chance perhaps of a thunderstorm or two, but nothing severe. But with some of these colder air masses coming in over the top, don't be surprised if you do get a thunderstorm, you might get some small hail. If we look at the weather map now ahead for Saturday, you can see that front well off to the east, high pressure building in from the west. Any showers or activity we have on Saturday should move out, and I think we'll have more in the way of sunshine by the afternoon. Sunday looks really nice with temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, and then possibly into the low 70s as early as Monday. If we look at the drought monitor, you can see Michigan, for the most part, is in great shape. We have been all year. Notice areas of Texas that were very wet this spring are getting quite dry now, even some severe drought conditions across southeast Texas, and of course the big drought out west. Hopefully this winter that should alleviate at least to some degree, as we expect some moisture, especially across the southern part of the western states. If we look at the Breckenridge 19 of the last 20 years, you can see the growing season right here. We are right in the middle of the pack and well on pace for that year of 2008. And if we look at the zoomed in look at this year's here in Breckenridge, you can see over the last week a pretty nice jump in our averages or our growing degree days of trying to inch us closer to the normal. Not sure we'll ever quite get there, but it may be close, but certainly well ahead of some of the colder years, including last year. If we look at Blissfield, again, they're ahead of both this year and some of the colder years as well, and they're trending up. If we look at Brown City, in great shape out there as well, ahead of both this year and 2013. And if we look finally at Newaygo, they made a pretty good jump as well this week, well ahead of last year. All locations are well ahead of last year's pace, especially when you consider the 50% plant date, way ahead of schedule. Compared to last couple of years, not to normal, but much better than the last 2 years. And I got a sample of a couple of years of corn, and we had 42% moisture on that corn, but it looked really good. In fact, the test weight was 53.7, so that's a pretty good sign as well. Thanks for stopping by and have a great day, and 73s to all.